So what's good with it, Pack fam? It's your boy Resume checking in. It's Thursday night. Y'all know what it is. It's the 0-day call. We're about to get into setups for contracts expiring tomorrow, January the 6th. And looking like there may be some opportunities for us to take advantage tomorrow. And just for those of you that are new to the class or new to the pack of trading, what have you, this particular class is a bit different than the Tuesday Strat 101. This one is more focused on executing on these, I guess you could say, riskier type of trades, better known as zero DTE, 0 days. I think in other places people call them lottos. But we don't do lottos over here. Everything is calculated, and we have a plan. So we don't look at these as lottos. We look at these as 0-day expiration opportunities. And so, these being risky as they are, we do advise for people that are newer to trading or just haven't been involved with the 0-day trading and kind of that volatility that comes with it to, kick back, just, learn, try to take some notes and see if there's things that you may want to implement in your own trading. That's totally fine. We got some members who are OG traders, but they don't do 0 days. And then you've got some who are newer and they with it. So it doesn't even, doesn't matter on that's just more so on the tolerance level of the individual. So there's no obligation, no pressure. This is more for the education. This is our opportunity to kind of learn how to approach these higher volatile, riskier trades. And so, it takes a little bit of a different approach than it does for more of the swing trades where we're looking for true trend changes and reversals on trends versus with these 0 days, I'm really looking for a continuation type of trades, looking for setups that are basically presenting me consolidation or a TTO on like a smaller time frame where I can take advantage and take the entry to continue that trade in the direction that it's been going. So that's kind of my goal and what I'm looking for with these trades. So, I mean, obviously there's going to be stocks that I'm definitely thinking about trading and playing and all of that. But I think on top of that, once you're able to kind of filter your mind to understand what you need to be looking at, you can introduce yourself to taking scans and scanning for different setups. And, obviously through your own, paradigm, you'll be able to kind of filter through that. But so what I like to do a lot of times to expedite on the time, especially when I'm looking for, just scanning the market, I try to do these scans based on setups that I feel will bring me the type of trade that I'm looking for. So like I just mentioned, looking for something that more so a continuation play, something that's been moving in force in either direction. And I'm looking for an opportunity to take an entry. So what I like to do is target the 4-hour time frame. For one of my scans, I like to take the 4-hour inside bar scan. So I run a scan for the inside bar. And so that's where I start. Now I will move to the daily time frame as well to scan for setups, just a function of what we see once we start at the 4-hour. And so what I'll do here is jump over and run the scan here from the scan tab. And what we do in this first step here, this is called just like data collection and aggregation. We're just aggregating the information. We want to find all the appropriate setups that I guess you could say visually or aesthetically look appealing to you. And for me personally, I draw a lot of broad information. So a lot of times my step 2 is already done, but step 1, we've got to identify what stocks could potentially give us the move that we're looking for. We want to find setups, no trigger, no trade. We just don't want to take 2-up continuation entries. That's not how you do it. You get yourself clapped up doing that. So we try to find these inside bar setups. So that's what I typically will do. Then through that first step, we'll then move into adding broadening formations to those setups. So you'll go through your cherry pick. You're not going to go through, what is it today, 198? I'm not planning to go through 198 stocks. I'm not doing it. But what I understand is that there's going to be certain stocks that are within my personal universe. So I have a universe of stocks that I frequently look at across many different sectors. So then once I see the stocks that are within my universe on this list, I'll start and go and look at those. And I'll make my way down the list until I look through those. And then from that, I'll determine which ones fit the bill in terms of, in this case, if we're looking for an upside move, I'm looking for a 4-hour bullish inside bar. So I'm looking for an inside bar that's bullish, a hammer, something in that respect that's giving me a bullish indication. So because I'm looking for a 312 or a 212 or some type of move to the upside to break that consolidation in the morning. So those are the type of setups I'm looking for. My favorite personally is the 312, the Chicago for the 4-hour, but I don't want to just discriminate against the 212s either. So I will also look at, the 212s as well. So that's what we'll do here. But first off, what I like to do is have the, have the attendees on the call drop in their tickers into the chat. I really like to take this opportunity to go over potential setups with you all and answer any questions. Okay, baby. Answer any questions about those setups, if possible. And tonight, last week I did have some setups prepared, but tonight I did not have an opportunity to go through setups. So I'm kind of fresh as well. So we'll see what we've got. I think because I haven't gone through and looked at setups, I'll just kind of take a look at what we have in the chat first, and then we'll jump over into what's on the scan list. And if there's anything outstanding, we'll just cover that on the scan list. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. So, man, y'all putting everything we already done alerted. Y'all see, this is another thing about 0 days and taking day trades in general. A lot of times you don't have to take a brand new trade, like in a brand new stock. A lot of times you can take positions in things that you're already in long. Because the reason that you got in it long would be the same reason you get in it short, get in it for a shorter term position. The same thing I just described. I'm looking for something moving in a trend over a period of time, and I'm looking for a TTO, an opportunity to take advantage of. So in my mind, that's one of the first things I'm going to look at is the current stocks that I'm in. And if any of those are running or in a trend, which, I think I picked stocks pretty well. So there may be a couple in my portfolio that are moving to the upside already. And so if that's the case, I'm just going to go down and look and see if there's potential entries on smaller time frames for those same trades. And then I'll build out from there. So, those are one of the things that I try to tell people is like a little hack. You don't have to really do it. Then if you pick something that's already in your port, you already did the homework. You already did the due diligence in terms of identifying that this stock's supposed to be a good trade. So in your mind, you should feel more confident taking a trade in something like that that's already been moving, of course. So just a side note for this. So just trying to give y'all some time to drop in some tickers here. Let's jump into it. It's 198 tickers on that, so it's a lot on there, chunky tonight. So y'all see I got DVN on the screen. Hold on. There we go. Let's do this. My fault, y'all. All right, what was the ticker? What are we doing first? T-Mus, T-Mobile. Up here. Looks like I got some micro BFs on here, so I've been in the ghetto. But none of them are relevant right now. So what we got here? Outside week hammer 213. If we had a little LBC on the week time frame. 2 down hammer on the month, looking good. 2 up on the day. Yeah, I mean, this one looks like it's an ugly, but it's a Momo hammer. Looks like to me. Opening closes in the top third of the candle. So by definition, it looks like a Momo hammer to me. That one, hey, that looks strong. T-Mobile, and we know XLC has been pretty strong this week, but not only this week. So yeah, this one looks not bad at all. I like that. I like that. One thing you need to look for though is if there's anybody at the party. I don't know if anybody at the party for T-Mus though, because I haven't played it for options. So the setup looks fire though. You got continuity. That thing looks strong. Boom, boom, pow. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah, check out them contracts, Charles. See what them contracts hitting for. If there's any people at the party. This a bad boy right here. There you go. This a bad boy right here. Look at this Win Resorts. And I ain't just saying that because I've been playing it this past year, but it's not bad. But this thing showing out $90. Woo! That's what you call some scrimp. Like Gucci Man used to say, scrimp. Oh, that's strong. Win Resorts looking like a boy. Got the Chicago entry. I'm gonna throw an alert on there. That would probably mean LVS looking strong too. I don't know what's up with MGM. They ain't been invited to the party. Boy, win. All right, let's keep it going. Valet. Well, y'all know how I feel about Valet. This was like a setup question. You knew I was going to be bullish on this one. Yeah, entries above that the entries above that Broadly formation, looking solid to continue tomorrow. Give us 2 up on the day. Where we at 1709, we go and test those highs from about a week ago. Yeah, then we get a new high. That looks solid for tomorrow. Continuation, bullish continuation, 212. Yeah, that looks good. $17.10. So here we got. It might open up above price. Yeah, 17.10. Sheesh. Yeah, it might open up above opening price. I mean trigger point. So beware of that. When Valet gaps up tomorrow. Sheesh. So those are those situations where if it gaps up, you're like, dang, all right, missed the entry. Just have to wait on the TTO if you still want to play it. Yeah, this one you're just gonna have to watch pre-market and see what it does. But this one might go. Did it already go outside week? It's about to go outside week. What's last week's high? 17.23. Yeah, so I think it might be going outside week. Well, it still stayed inside on the months at least. So yeah, looking good, looking good. Valet, you just gotta have a little patience. Don't get shaken out by the gap downs. It's a test of mental fortitude. right, let's see what you got here. You said LMT Ray. Let me check it out. LMT looks good coming off the lows. Been consolidating for a couple months. Looks good for tomorrow though. Sheesh. Yeah, I got 480 marked price level here. This looks good. 3121. Just been consolidating. Let's see if we get a move tomorrow to the upside. I'll throw an alert on it. See what those contracts hitting for tomorrow. Inside days. Well, we off some lows. Let's see. Let's see if we get some juice tomorrow. That'll be something, wouldn't it? Excuse me. 478.10. All right, LMT. Let's keep it rolling. All right, we got precious metal pumpers and then X. I see you, nerd. Precious metal pumpers is in force. We got the woo. Look at that fell 2 down on the day right there. Looking like a strong man. And precious metal pumpers ain't no joke. Sleeper. That's another pack exclusive right there. Yeah, I don't be taking these stocks elsewhere now. Trying to look all fancy to other people. They're like pops. All right, that is none of a load. 4201 is our level for entry or rev strat on the day. Very strong hammer on, very strong day on WPM. $42 is a good level. That's usually trading range. So we'll see what happens at this level. Okay, let's take a look at X. That WPM is in like full time frame continuity too. X still inside on the month, 2 up on the day, well, 2 down on the week, 3, 2 on the day, 1 on the 4 hour. My thought process would be that it's going to go 2 up tomorrow. However, it's not showing the strength that I'd like to see. Considering the stuff that I've seen already, I'm like, The one you just said, that WPM looks stronger than this one. But it looks like the whole sector is giving that same look on the charts. So it'll be a sector-wide type of move, looks like, for tomorrow. So we'll have to see how it opens up. It's not bad at all. Actually, it's in continuation. So I'll be expecting for it to go up, but I just don't see the early entry that you want to take for the 0 day. So you need to wait for an intraday entry or TTO to take entry on this one. But yeah, you could probably early on find a move on the lower time frames. But yeah, that's what I see on X. But I was just mentioning that X is already like in like the trading range. Like X above 26 is where you start looking, people start selling it. So That's why I'm kind of like, X has just been sideways right here. So we got to see what's going to happen. It may need to consolidate for a little bit before it goes up. But I think it's still two up on the day tomorrow. It's just I don't know. I think this is just looks like buyers are in a different stock in this sector. Sector's still strong. It's like their money's in other stuff. But X hasn't been bad. I just think you may want to weigh it out against other potential plays for tomorrow. But X ain't bad. X looks like two up continuation tomorrow. So don't let my tenor make color the thought of it. But it has no setup, so you have to wait till the morning. That was my point. It's like you don't have to wait. That's basically what it's saying. What we got? PBR. Kind of a similar deal with PBR, except for that PBR didn't have much of a price, didn't have much range on this candle. So you're probably a few cents away from breaking that level. Yeah, you're only like 8 cents away from breaking that high. So it's not like you have to do much price movement to break that level, even though the candle's red. So, that's one of the thoughts that I have on this one. I don't know. For this one right here, I'd be looking forward to continue to up tomorrow. Will be my thought. So I mean, there's nothing in my mind. You can set the alert there. Maybe it goes, outside in the morning, goes down and up, but I think it's still going to go up, two up on the day tomorrow. So PBR is one you want to look at for a 0 day. By all means, check out the people at the party for tomorrow's expiration, though. That would be my recommendation. I'll set an alert just to see. I'm in PBR, so I'm probably not gonna take 0 days on this one tomorrow. I like where I'm sitting. Pause. We just have to see. PBR. Looking for a continuation on the day. Yes, TGT Goose. Two up on the week. I mean, it's strong. I mean, I expect nothing less than continuation on the day. You stop right at the daily point of control, or just above it. And next broadening formation, you've got a little bit of room to get there, maybe. Doesn't look as much on the 4 hour though. So so I'll just be mindful of that broadening formation, but it looks good. So I mean the broad information may slow up progress in the morning type of deal. But it looks solid. Looks like it should be going up tomorrow. The main thing is just monitoring SPY with these type of tickers right here. But it looks like two up on the day continuation. You had the 312 to the fail two down this morning and then got up out of there. This looked like it picked up the kids, circle around the block. Yeah. So Stratimus Prime, looking at this Las Vegas Sands. This is another one. Just looking at this is a Luca as well. For those of you all not familiar with the strat code, the Luca, the 21312. Pretty interesting looking Luca too, though. But yeah, Luca looks interesting here. I don't know. We did close. We closed two up on the day. Start to give us a little bit of shooter action. I still have a bullish sense on this one. I'd be looking for a continuation tomorrow. Price action was crazy on this thing, though. It's going off. So yeah, we got a Luca set up. I'm gonna just drop the Chicago on it. Uh-oh, gotta go higher than that. All right. These triggers are like super close. Y'all watch those. Okay. I mean, LVS looks solid too. I mean, I don't. The shooter like candle. I just don't see it unless the market just does a doo-doo tomorrow or something. But I see we might get like a shooter hammer combo. But you can see from the afternoon candle, it closed out like a hammer. So I expect 312 to the upside tomorrow. You had retracement off that 3 up. Price came back down, retested the lows, closed out as a hammer. Looks like we're going back up tomorrow, 2 up on the day, as well as 2 up on the 4 hour. It'll take a strong day to get 2 up on the day, but we may like eat barely past 2 up on the day. You heard it here first. Next one, we've got Verizon. This thing's been a beast. We did reach the weekly level broadening formations on Verizon, at least the first one, right here on the 4 hour. So, typically we'll see a reaction to that. So my thought would be just to kind of see what price would do from here. If it consolidates, if it goes down, a candle and then comes back up, what is the behavior going to be on this from this reaction in the morning? You know how I feel about 3 ups. We 3'd up, went 2 up into a broadening formation. I wouldn't be surprised if it went 2 down right here, or then went 3, went 3 again, went outside again on the 4 hour. So just checking out VZ. It's still bullish. I expect 2 up on the day tomorrow. So sometimes the setup may not give it to you that way, and you've got to kind of think a couple steps ahead. Like, oh, it's giving you a bear setup, but the 4 hour opening candle will give you a lot of 3s. So just if you anticipate there may be a slight push down in the beginning and then pop, that's where those 3s come from a lot of times, or the inverse of that. So if you're monitoring the stock, then you can kind of see that occur. So we'll have to see how it opens up tomorrow. If it stays around where it closed at or below, if it gaps down slightly and then takes off, that kind of stuff. So we'll have to check it out and see. But yeah, VZ looks like continuation. There is no setup though for me to call out. There's no setup, but it looks still bullish. Okay, Procter and Gamble. Let's check out Procter and Gamble here. So we got Procter and Gamble. Looks like it's still consolidating a little bit on the day. And then the week, we've been running for like 2.5, 3 months almost. So just might be cooling off a little bit right here. As far as tomorrow, I think based on the setup, looks like you may get a little bit of continuation on the 4 hour and the day. However, if SPY, comes out bullish, then it's going to pick these up. But that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. I'm not in PG right now, but this is one of those stocks I like a lot. So even if you're in for shares or for options, this is usually a good one you can buy with time and let it do its thing. But this looks like it's just consolidating in this range. But I think my overall assessment was like it'll try to go test that 160 range, or 158, something like that overall. I don't have a timeline on that though. But for tomorrow, it does look bearish tomorrow. So maybe, it's one of those things where it doesn't fail 2 down and it goes up. But looks like at least unless we get some, gap up from SPY or something like that, which could happen. It just looks like it'll open up. It'll go 2 down tomorrow. Forming a shooter on the week. All right. See what's next. Oracle, Stratus Prime. Oracle, you got Chicago on the 4 hour, and you got an outside on the day. Looks like this thing is just bullish. You see how that outside bar behave? It didn't even get an outside bar a chance to go down the next candle. That thing came right back within the same candle. That's a sign of like a lot of strength. If you wanted to catch that move back up, you would have had to go down to like the 15 or something to catch the early entry, like a micro move, because that's pretty damn strong movement. So yeah, that looks good right there. Chicago back to the upside. You know, my only hesitation would be the broad information. Like, you're right there. You got 2 weeklies and a monthly. You know, not to say that it won't break through. It's just you just got broad informations right there. And I never like to be in those kind of volatile trades like that, because you know you can't predict the behavior. You know, you hit a price point and there's just a shitload of sell orders there. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And so for wait for it to come back, and waiting is not like part of the plan when it comes to these 0 days. Time is not your friend. So especially once you get past, like, I don't know what you want to say, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Once you get past 1:30 or so, it's, you know, that data decay starts coming fast. So pause. But yeah. Oracle looks good for the Chicago 312. Entry above 84.36. Now, again, this thing is super strong just from the candle, like the movement of the price action. So shit, hell, this one might go 3-2 tomorrow, 3-2 up, like no problem. But just looking at it from like how I set my rules, when I see these broad informations right here just above my head on entry, I kind of hesitate, because I want clear, smooth sailing. I don't want to have to shake past no defenders. I want the blocking to be right. And so if I gotta do, you know, do a couple juke moves to get past the defender, I don't want to do all that on the 0 day. So I'm just gonna, you know, I'll probably weigh that out versus other opportunities, unless I have some other information, or if I'm that convicted. If I'm that convicted, then I don't give a damn, you know. But you know, just thinking about it from that standpoint. Now, if the entry was like above the broad informations, I wouldn't be as concerned. But it's just like it's right at the weekly. It's got to go through the monthly, and then it's got to go to the next weekly for me to make any chicken. And so I'm like, I don't want to fight that on 0 day. Means nothing about the trade or the stock itself. Like, you know, I alerted Oracle. But at that particular price point, I wouldn't want to do a 0 day. And this is more just precaution. Because if you're looking at the candle, if you're looking at it from an upside perspective, you're like, woo, that's a boy. But from a downside perspective, I'm like, damn, broad informations, it could just chop me up. Like being in chop or going in sideways action for a couple hours is just as bad as getting clapped on these 0 days, you know. So it's, you know, you don't want to be in a situation where it's just doing nothing. So that's all. And the broad information, even if it's bullish, it'll hold it up. It'll slow the progression of price moving up in that regard. So just some food for thought. I'm not telling you one way or the other to do it. Just sharing my thoughts of what I would be looking at when I look at these types of trades. Because I think Oracle is super bullish, like really, really bullish. So once I zoomed in, it looks as though it's already above the weekly, and it's got to get to the monthly, and then the second weekly here. So again, it's just, yeah, that level right there. That's you know, I just have to look at that with caution. Setup is clean. I would expect for it to go 3-1-2. It's just I don't want to be in that broad information fight. I'll fight broad informations if I got 3 months, if I got time and all that. But when I only got a day or I got hours, I want something a little less. I don't want to have to wait. something to get through a broad information to take off. And they might take off at 11 o'clock, local time. That's what, 2 Eastern? That's too late for me. I already made a decision by then, a lot of times. If I'm actively trying to play something. Next one here is the Schlumberger. Looking at energy, completed the 322 on the day here. Almost made up all the ground that it gapped down from this week. Starting to look like a hammer on the week here, going into next week. We do have conflict on the time frames because the month and the week are still red. However, the day finished off that 322 back to the upside, right above that broad information, and looking for continued movement to the upside. So we're looking for a continuation tomorrow. I would look for this thing to go and test $54 as a upside potential price point. And that would be just under the weekly trigger level. So that would make it go outside week if it went there. But the setup itself isn't giving you much love. But, I think the bullish nature of what we're seeing with energy, I think there's potential for it to continue up tomorrow. But I think right now, the inside setup down, I think we're still above the 50% of that 4-hour candle. So we're still bullish in that sense. But you just have to wait on it. You just got to wait, wait on the trigger. So you could have a scenario where it goes outside, it goes 212 down, and then back up to the upside. So then you just be kind of waiting for that to occur. But yeah, still bullish on it. It's just sometimes it's just a function of what you're trying to do. If you're trying to take something early in the morning, this might to the upside. This may not be the one. Just depends. Just depends how the price action moves. So watch it pre-market. It's not giving you the setup like, yeah, I'm going to go off in the morning. It's giving you the setup like, hey, I may kind of jack around first and then go off. But I think SLB is overall bullish. The company is going crazy right now. Revenues through the roof. Is they balling. So and that afternoon candle may just be a little bit of consolidation and selling, profit taking. And tomorrow I'll be back to regularly scheduled programming, which is my, I think I'm overall bullish on energy, as you know me. So I'm not too concerned. But if you're not in it, I'll just look to see what that candle does first thing in the morning. If we go 2 down first, or if price starts to push up, or we gap up for energy or something like that, then it may be a different story. But right now, I'll just look to see how we open up on that early morning candle. Because it could make a 3, which the 4-hour does a lot. And then moving on here, we got CAG. Ooh, Conagra. Look at that. That morning went crazy. Then it pulled back. Now we got 212 on the 4-hour, looking for the bullish continuation. Your entry point will be above $40.01. That looks solid. Looks like it's been consolidating for a while and then just popped today. Outside on the week, it's got some work to do to get two up on the day tomorrow. So it could be a situation where you have a strong inside day, but I expect bullish activity, and I do expect for this 212 bullish continuation to occur on the 4-hour. So I would be expecting that to happen. Next one here, let's take a look at CPB, Chunky Soup. Chunky Soup, looking at a 4-hour entry. Looks like we're reversing off of this quarterly broad information. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Looking for a bullish continuation. Looked like it just completed a Luca, yes, this morning. 21312 back to the upside. 212 bullish continuation. I'll take an entry. I'll see what happens. The challenging thing with chunky suit though is that they typically don't have a lot of people at the party on non-standard week expiration. So we may have a situation where there may not be enough people at the party. And sometimes that's the reason why I haven't alerted it. Actually, that was been on my list a bunch of times, and then I had to pull back because I didn't have enough contracts. I was like, shit, I would buy up the lot by myself, so I don't want to put nobody in those kind of situations. So I wouldn't alert it. But yeah, it seems to give you decent looking setups, but you just gotta look for contracts. Okay, Nikki, we did take a look at Oracle already. Let's take a look at Nike. Nike looks like it came in contact with the upper broadening formation. It's having a fight. You know, this is like a bunch of choppy price action back and forth. It's overall just looks bullish off the reversal. Man, them reversals on the quarter is on the month is serious. It's bullish, but it's in this broad information range. You see how it's just kind of stayed traded sideways for the last couple of days. So when you're in, that's my whole point about the broad informations. I think Nike's going to continue up, but it might take a little while to get through these BS. And so that's the kind of consolidation that I'm talking about. And sometimes why I steer away from those that are like in these broad information zones, because I just rather them figure themselves out and I play something else rather than trying to force it in this broad information area. Even if you thought it was going down, it might go down for a little bit and then pop right back up, you know. So tomorrow might be a green day. So, you know, so I just, with this one, it does look very bullish. If I'm looking for any kind of entry, I'd be looking for more of a longer type swing. But 0 day, I probably just because of the price level it's at, we got a lot of those broad information levels. Just be mindful of that. SPY may have a 2-1 bearish. Unemployment data coming in the morning. So yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, SPY looking bearish, 2-1-2 down. So yeah. Yeah, that was the signal today. It was a 2-1-2 to the downside. And SPY hasn't triggered to the downside yet on the month. Actually, let me mark it now while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the data coming out tomorrow, so you just gotta be mindful of that. The unemployment news, so that may have an effect on it.
Does anybody know what time they're dropping that?
8:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's a big event day, so you know.
Yeah, and that's probably gonna signal what the Fed's gonna do next week.
Right. Yeah, it's all gonna be about that. So
yeah,
you know, no matter, like we can run the setups tonight and we can prepare ourselves, but we could say, hey, today's indication is going to say one thing, but it's all going to be dependent on how we react to those numbers in the morning. Yeah, so I would just say be prepared. That's why I say you could have some topsy-turvy movement. You never know. Ultimately, I think with SPY showing the way it's doing, because it's really, you know, at this point in the year, you'll have a lot of divergence between your portfolio and SPY, because a lot of times I'm not playing SPY heavy stocks. And so SPY could be bearish with the stuff we're playing was up, like today, for example. So I think on this one, the setup's telling you downside. And so I think you got to respect that. And we're looking at a broad information at what level? 377-ish. So I mean, hey, if them numbers come out rough, them numbers come out rough tomorrow, we'll be right there. Or maybe even lower to this weekly, like 370, 450, something like that. So I don't see how unemployment numbers can be bullish, but sometimes, it's just their expectations versus what's actually reported. So, but yeah, that's a good call out. It's a good call out. XLB. What you playing in XLB? Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Uh-oh. Hot misery. The XLB looks like it's just got to a yearly BF and it's just consolidating right there. So it's just orbiting that BF. So I mean, it did give you a 2-down hammer on the day. So that may be something to pay attention to. But yeah. But if you're looking at X or CLF or the African American, you should be looking at XME. That'll mirror those tickers as well for materials. These are more like the metals materials, whereas XLB is like the chemical type materials. So just it's two of them that you should be mindful of as well. But anyway, we keep it going here. It's wrong. We got Oxy. 2 up on the day. Looking for a 4-hour 212 continuation. Tomorrow should be interesting. This one here didn't give you much price action in the afternoon. So, you don't have far to go to break that trigger. You're about 30 cents away, I think. So, this one has potential, even though the candle's red and it may look bearish, this one's just flat. So it has potential to pop tomorrow. But again, we'll be able to see pretty early on what energy is going to do tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, I think overall this thing's been bullish. And it's about that time. So bought in, good time to buy loans, all that. So good time. But yeah, tomorrow it's just going to be something you need to watch in the morning. Them unemployment numbers, when it's a big impact day like that, you really got to look for that to see how the market reacts in the morning. That's going to be your big indicator of the day. We've seen them days or those Thursdays where everything across the board was bullish and then something come out Friday and then we have a bearish day. So same concept, just be mindful. Then we got Tiva. This thing looked like a beast. Yeah, this Tiva looks like strong. We had a very low level. Looks like buyers are present. And they ready to show up and show out. So I like that Tiva. Not sure how it looks for 0 days, but because I don't think I played it for a 0 day at all. It's probably been over 1.5 years, 2 years since I played it, but Tiva looks really good. We got LUV next. Southwest Airlines. What you looking at? They had a nice little drop. Still some consolidation. You got the double inside day. Whew. That damn break today was crazy. I mean, after the drops and all that, man, hey, we got double inside day, inside 4. Yeah, you can have a potential for a bust, breakout to the upside. That would be funny. They had all the negative news recently, so but yeah, that's interesting. That's a setup. Keep your eye on. realistically though, I'm like, that would be so funny if they just went berserk after all that bad news. All right, let's keep going. Seem like y'all bullish then, huh? Y'all bullish. I'm not gonna mark that 4 hour. I'm gonna leave that one alone, babe. Disney. Got a Momo hammer on Disney. So Disney's got the Momo on the day. 4 hour looks wonky, but the day looks strong. Yeah. Yeesh. Yeah, I'll be eyeing Disney tomorrow as well. That's another solid one. I'm gonna mark an alert for it right now. All right. So Disney. Disney 212. All right, Disney looking good off that rev on the week. Keep going. All right, all right, all right. Let me see. Yeah, we did discuss LOT, Paul. Yeah, I got a lot of tickers in here today. All right, roadblocks on the day. Yeah, roadblocks look strong for continuation tomorrow. I do not see an entry though, but it looks strong. Looks like we gotta have continuation tomorrow. But yeah, I would mark it, look for an intraday entry, take it back and forth to the upside. Look for a TTO in the smaller time frame. But yeah, I mean, it's in the gap. I mean, it looks good to me. That looks yeah. Good one, good one. That's a good one right there. Now you played a Luca like a Chicago, like a 3-1-2. Just the 2-1-3 at the beginning tells you a little story. Let's go BTU. That thing was going off today. Yeah, BTU, Peabody Energy, 3-2 up on the day. Look at that. 3-2-2 setting up on the week for next week. Whew. That's a good one. You know we like BTU in the pack. The inside 4 hour looks solid. It looks healthy. Looks like something you could take advantage of. So let me see what your entry is here. I'll throw an alert on this one as well. Let's see here. Let's see. Right. So 2-1-2. Sorry. BTU solid. Ford just under a monthly goose. Let's check it out. I may not have it on my, I may be missing it. But it just looks like, I mean, I think this one may go up tomorrow off this broad information. Yeah. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. You got a couple different scenarios here. You could definitely see this thing come off of this broad information range and shoot back down and go test this monthly again. Or you can see it reverse off of this candle back to the upside to go retest that broad information above it. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be telling with the numbers. That's really gonna be your big key factor tomorrow, unfortunately. So yeah. And y'all know I love me some Bronco. He said it's under a monthly. I probably just missed that one. But it looks like it's right at this weekly, so. I'm intrigued by it.
Yeah, the monthly that is under is December 2019.
I don't think I have a 3 for that month.
Oh Lord. You gonna let me hope my joint ain't messing up again.
Hold on. Let me double check.
I got 3 for December, and then it's followed by 3 inside candles.
No, yeah, I got I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, December 19. Oh, hold on. Oh, I got December 18 as a 3 candle.
That's my bad. I keep reading the chart wrong. That's where it is. It's December 2018.
Okay, bet.
And that's the monthly BF. And I drew it back to that previous 2.
Yeah, that's right. It's got it above it on my chart.
So the inside bar on the 4-hour chart, that BF is right above that inside candle.
Yeah, so you see it on my screen, like we above it. I had the same as that one.
All right.
Interesting. Okay.
Let me see if I'm getting the right candle. Hold on.
Maybe little nuances that.
Yeah, I see that one below it. I got that one below it around $8.
The one I'm referring to is like at 1180. It was like hovering above it, around it yesterday and today.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I still think it's bullish either way. The employment numbers will be what's key. Because if they bad, I could see the market gap down. But if it's to expectation level or better, then we'll keep rocking and rolling like we were today. I think regardless though, our stuff is gonna hit anyway. The stuff we playing, but I think overall for the market though, you can see that reaction. I might have just overlooked that when I looked at the calendar this week. It's not, it wasn't on my radar. So yeah, just be mindful of that. If the market's like, nothing, then yeah, we're gonna keep smoking boots. This was, I mean, my expectation is for it to go 2 up tomorrow. I'm not going to sit out there and guess that it's going to be bearish news. I'm just going to go with what I see in front of me. But so yeah, I think 2 up on the day tomorrow for Ford. I think what you may see in the immediate term of the morning, depending on how this thing opens up, it looks like it could be setting up for another outside bar in the morning, where it opens up down and then goes up later in the morning. Or maybe it does it like, it'll do one of those sharp pull downs and then take off kind of thing. But I'm expecting 2 up on the day tomorrow, on all of this right here. I mean, all of this behavior happened when SPY was looking how it's looking. So my expectation is like there's relative strength in certain stocks, and overall the market's weak. But yeah, so that's what I got. And Kingsley, we did look at Oxy already, but we'll take a look at CVX and XOM. Yeah, both of those coming off lows. We know how energy does. It ain't gonna give you no good looking entry a lot of times. It's consolidating at this weekly broadening formation. Not much you can really glean from it. Again, just looking at the candles and where we're setting up, this is kind of like expected behavior when you reach a broadening formation. So I would expect, maybe a bit of consolidation opening up and then this thing to go in the morning. But again, we've got to see how the market, and especially crude and all that, how that opens up tomorrow will be a telling for the rest of these. Not so much how the market itself is, but more so crude and those factors that relate to energy. But yeah, we healthy and bullish on these joints. We just had a little afternoon consolidation, nothing major. And that's what you saw with a lot of stocks across the board was the afternoon consolidation is giving you that bit of uncertainty because you got the news pending tomorrow. So if it does decide to turn over, it's not in a bad spot to turn over. It's at a broadening formation, just like a lot of stocks that we looked at tonight are at the top of broadening formations with like 2 up red candles or what have you. So just be mindful of like what's happening and how the market kind of lines up to give you uncertainty, so you're not confident in either direction. So yeah, Strat tells us to be respectful of these broadening formations right here. So you see the breakout today, but then you see this hit of the broadening formation and the response from that. One could come up with the thought process that this thing's going to reverse back down. But the question would be for how long? And then one could say, well, yeah, it could pull down for a little bit, but then I want to take the longer move. So I'm willing to kind of sit through that corrective activity. So just being mindful. You saw that happen the last time we got up there, it really shot down significantly. Went from 110 to 106 basically. So just be aware is really the main thing. You know me, I'm bullish. I'm bullish on it. Feel like we'll go 2 up tomorrow. I think the price level we're at though is tough because of the quarterly broadening formation. So taking the trade to the upside on it may be tough, but on this particular stock, just because of where that broadening formation is sitting, and it looks like price has been respecting it. So it's not, you gotta be mindful of that. So anyway, overall, if the sector's bullish, this one's going too. This is the top holding. So we'll know very early. So you won't have to guess or figure that out. I think energy's bullish tomorrow, though, man. Catch up. What we got here, Larry? Catch up. Yeah, we got the inside 4 hour. Price was 2 up on the day. We're outside on the week. So again, I think this was due to kind of like the afternoon activity on SPY. If this, if the market decides to do something silly tomorrow, then maybe this thing pulls all the way down. But I think if we stay steady, this one will go 2 up tomorrow as well. And it could be, I don't think it's TTO and just TTO, but so I think it's still going to go 2 up. You'll have these days here and there, but yeah. Don't get frightened off by that 4 hour candle. You just set your alert and wait for it to attack that level. But yeah, looking for it 2 up on the day. Gave us another higher low today. I think we're good. It's just not it's not giving you the warm and fuzzies though. What's WBD, Nikki? Warner Brothers Discovery. Okay. Yeah, that setup looks fire. 2 and 2 to the upside, 2 up on the day. Chicago on the 4 hour. Strong looking setup. Strong morning candles, dang. Yeah. You got Chicago here on the 4 hour above $10.88. That looks strong. Looks like barbecue chicken. GSN.
Hey, thank you, Resume.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Are you already in that?
No, I'm not.
Okay. You got Tyson chicken down to $64. Damn. Sheesh. So yeah, we got Tyson chicken with a little bit of consolidation. Looks like it's starting to make its way up. And gonna consolidate right here. I would just I think it's gonna consolidate in range right here. I don't know. There's a lot of volume in this area, but I think we may get we just hit this breakout. Looks like it's exhausting a tad on the lower time frames, and because we crossed the week, so I think we're going to consolidate here. But I think for a 0-day play, I wouldn't play Tyson for a 0-day just because of the low volume nature of the option contracts. You will have to match that up with like an expiration week to play this one when there's going to be people at the party. The setups don't look bad at all though. I think this 2-2 rev on the day looks solid. That's what I'll be eyeing more so than the 4 hour one. I just want a little more confirmation it's moving, So, but yeah, Tyson chicken is bullish. That's one of the ones we play. We played a lot in 22. Let's see what's up, Ray. We got these banks. You got Morgan Stanley. 4 hour setup. Yeah, they look solid. Looks like a gap down this morning. Trying to come back 2 down hammer on the day. Inside month as well as just barely 2 up on the week. So this one here, the continuity looks solid on the macros. Maybe not as strong as a month as you would like, but still got continuity everywhere. This one looks solid to go up tomorrow. I think I would want to understand what the contracts look like if there's enough people for the pack to come play. But the setup looks strong. It looks like you'll get some movement. looks like you should get a rev strat on the day tomorrow, and then you should get that 212 reversal back up. Also on the 4 hour.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
have
looking at the
yeah.
I was looking at the contracts. They don't have many people at the party, but Bank of America got way more people with a similar setup.
Oh, got you. Yep. Yeah, Bank of America's been strong this week too. Yeah, Bank of America broke out earlier this week, came to a broadening formation level. Looks like it's just reacting to that. Gave us a 2-down hammer this morning and is pushing back up 212 back to the upside. So I'll be looking for a 212 back up on the 4 hour. The entry point should be right above that broadening formation. So that's always good. And then you've got the shooter hammer combo on the day, looking for a rev strat entry. And this broadening formation would be below the entry point, not like the day suggests. But there is no but. So yeah, this one looks solid. I like BAC. Maybe want to look at the rest of them. JPM and GS and Citigroup. See how they all look, because they like to run in unison. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that looks good though. BAC. All right, next up we got Abbott Laboratories. I'm gonna set this rev strat though. $34.14. All right, let's go to Abbott Laboratories real quick and see what that baby food talking about, y'all. Let's see. So we got double inside 4s on Abbott. Interesting. It's just an interesting point right here. No. It just seems like it's just climbing a ladder. It's not giving you a lot of breakouts, a lot of wicks. Abbott's one you probably just want to be in long. I don't know if I like that daily price action. But yeah, Abbott, double inside 4s. Looks like we closed out with a shooter potentially. But it's really just flat. It's just really been flat the last 2 days. Kind of like it's still creating higher lows, but it's also creating lower highs. So it's really squeezing right here. So it's like a little 4-hour squeeze. So I think it's just squeezing until it takes the next leg up. Would that be tomorrow? Potentially. But you hardly see this double inside on the 4 hour. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, with an inside day as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's that one could go either way. I think the trend though suggests that we're gonna when it breaks, it's gonna break to the upside. That would be my assessment. Gun to my head, that's what I would say.
Yeah, just filled a small gap as well yesterday. So yeah, I don't think. I mean, there's a lot of other better setups. I was just throwing it out there.
Yeah. No, I like the banks, and the banks been showing out all week though. So, and then Abbott. This one here is just I think this just one. It's just you gotta go. In my personal opinion, because I don't think I played it for 0 days in my experience, but like going long, you just buying time and stuff like that. That seems to be like the route that has worked for me for playing it. But the 0 day price action, I haven't really paid much attention to, so I can't really speak from experience on it. But setup wise, the trend is up. The setup's just giving you something funky in the interim. It's just a squeeze right now. It's just squeezing. Let's see what Johnson is doing. Let's see about that Johnson. All right. We got the 212 giving us a nice little shooter look on the 4 hour. Shooter on the day. Not a super strong shooter, but shooter nonetheless. Yeah, man, this thing is just giving you the trend is up, but the short-term setup. This one looks more bullish than Abbott does. But it looks like it's just been kind of riding that quarterly broadening formation. This green line is just like it's just been following that. It may come down and test below it, but then it just stays right on that trend line or that broadening formation there. So my thought is tomorrow we probably get that shooter down, just based on the way the technicals look here. How far down we go, I'm not certain. I do see a potential for us to try to go test that broadening formation or the point of control, which is 177 flat on the 4 hour. So that's what like $1.80 move to the downside. So that should be a pretty healthy move to the downside for contracts and J&J. And J&J use is going to have a lot of people at the party. That was popular. So, okay. So J&J giving you a shooter on the 4. Overall trend is bullish as hell though. Plug power. Let's see. Inside 4. It's in the no-no zone. Well, I may not have all my BFs drawn, so I don't want to say that. Come to that conclusion just yet. But we had TTO today. My expectation would be 212 back to the upside. Entry would be above 1277. And the inside day, can't guarantee we'll go to up on the day tomorrow, but I think that'll be a move all the way to $13. But I do think we'll get that 212 to the upside tomorrow. So I think that's definitely doable. But I think the overall trend on plug is down. So that would be my only hesitation with playing it on the 0 day. But yeah, I think overall though, they're just pushing price down on these clean energy stocks. So that they can when they do decide to buy it up, it's just gonna, there won't be many retailers in there. It'll be all everybody been sold off. Let's see what else. Me, I don't look at indicators. I'm watching for price action. I got my scanner on E-Trade, so I can monitor price.
No, I didn't mean indicators, babe. I meant like what like the type of candles and things like that.
Oh yeah. So for me, I'm like watching the indices as well as some of the sectors. But mostly checking out the indices. I mean, some of the individual stocks I may or may not, but I have a scanner on E-Trade, on my E-Trade Pro account. So I can see all the pre-market movers, droppers, you know, who hitting highs, who hitting lows, all that. So if I'm really keyed in on something, I'll be watching for, you know, those different, like if it's an indices or a sector thing, I may be looking to see what, you know, what those are doing and how they may affect that stock. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. And that scanner that you're talking about, that's like with a premium account, or is that something separate you pay for? Like with the
No, yeah, when you sign up for E-Trade,
Mhm.
they have, you know, they have the main E-Trade and they have like TOS has like TD and then they got TOS. So E-Trade has like E-Trade Pro. And
Oh,
so and then the Pro app, if you do it on desktop, has this scanner that you can just look into, and then it has all these other scanners that you can create and set up from the. They have like automated scanners built in, so you can just look at different stuff like that. But I don't, you know, nothing else special.
okay, lit. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no problem. It is called Power E-Trade, not E-Trade Pro. You want the
Okay.
power? Yeah. You want the power. Let's see what's next. Wells Fargo. Um, looking like, man, looks like it hit a low this morning. Shot up really good off those broad informations. Yeah, I mean, sheesh. I don't know. I like the setup looks somewhat bullish, but I don't think it's actually bullish. I mean, I'm sorry, I said that backwards. The setup looks somewhat bearish. On for the day and the 4 hour. But you know, created a lower high today and everything. But I don't know. I just feel like just coming out that broad information the way it did, it's gonna keep going up. It's just not giving you the look. This one tells a better story than the other banks. The other banks just show that breakout that happened with, you know, it's just broad information. This one here tells a story. So, but yeah, I don't know if it looks any better or worse than BAC or the others. I think it probably BAC probably has a better aesthetics. But I'm kind of iffy on banks. I'm not as convicted on them. Oh, banks got they got earnings coming up top. Okay, bet. Yeah, Paul, we did take a look at LMT. That was like one of the first ones, but we could take another quick glance. But yeah, we saw that potential buy-in off the lows right there. I may be looking also to go something long as well. But yeah, that entry right there looks clean on LMT. I already got 480 marked as a level. I don't know why, but it's already marked. Might have been an old thing I was playing, but yeah, this looks good. We also got the inside day as well. I did not have the alert set for that. Hold on.
Hey, Resume, I think Paul tapped out kind of early.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm late in the chat then.
Okay, I just didn't want you to reiterate anything.
Okay. No worries.
Or I'll say repeat if you didn't have to.
I appreciate it. That's cool. It did alert me that I did not have all the alerts in this one. I'm fumbling. Hold on. There we go. Ooh. Thank you for that, Nikki, because you just saved me some seconds.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Renell, he's out. All right. Spy got a Luca on the day, Ricky. What? Spy cutting up like that? Man. Let's see. I'm gonna put this 4-hour trigger on here though, because I wanted to fire off for people in the morning. I could put triggers for Spy though if y'all like that. You know, I put setups, but you know, y'all just want to see them Spy triggers. I can drop those too. When there's setups to put. 3, 7, 8, 92. All right, that'll be continuation on the day. All right, top, let's take a look at Twilio. Taking a look at Tiva. Twilio, another downside. Look to me, healthy 2 down on the day today. They're not playing. Well, they're trying to send this one into the oblivion. Sheesh. 2 and 2 down. See what them people at the party looking like though. Contracts be kind of expensive, but yeah, look at this 2-1-2 down, looking good, below $50.02. It looks like barbecue chicken. This thing is dead. Sheesh. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug up in a second. About to shut down on me. Look at the devil. Devil trying to get me. Plug in your battery, man. All right. All right, there we go. So next one here, we got pizza. This is Papa John's. Papa John's looking solid as well. Looks like it's had some crazy price action though. Yeah, just check out the people at the party because you know the continuities in conflict. Obviously, you got looks like 2 down on pretty much every time frame on the higher side anyway. But the setup, you know, the 4-hour setup looks okay, but I think it's still trending down. So I would be a little cautious with playing that one for tomorrow. This looks like it's consolidating at this level more than anything. So that's what that would be kind of my thought process on it. You just seeing.
Hey, Resume.
Yeah, you.
Quick question. So when you say people at the party, are you talking about overall volume in the contracts, or are you talking about like
Open interest.
volume in the open? Okay, alrighty.
Yeah,
Yep.
contract open interest. Yeah, the volume is less important for me, but yeah, the open interest, I want to know, you know, if people's there and holding and all that good stuff.
Is that also like an indicator too? Say if we saw something and it didn't have a lot of open interest or volume, then it'd be harder for us to like sell those contracts if we were profitable in them.
As far as the volume is a non-factor, but yeah, open interest, that would be an indicator. You know, open interest is a you know, it's an indicator into how many people are wanting to play in that particular, you know, and it could be a function of the time of the contracts and all those things. So when you start thinking about like rotations and things, you start to see that open interest on contracts correlate a lot of times with these rotations. Oh, the time that I'm supposed to sell this is when I got all the open interest, or the time that this is supposed to break out. So there are some correlations, but you can't use that as a blanket method because sometimes that's just dumbass retail people loading up on stuff. And so you just got to make that discernment, So every time you see that spike or whatever, don't think that it's just because the stock's going to go crazy. Sometimes it's just dumb people.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But if it makes sense and correlates with your thesis of what it, then you be like, they might know something I don't know. Or, something's happening. Yeah.
Right, like if it's like an institution buying up a lot of contracts or something.
Yeah, you go. Yeah. That's what you want to see. And it's going to be in those less noteworthy stocks. Like they don't do that kind of stuff in Apple. You'll see a Vale 8 months out with 200,000 open interest on it. You're like, what the hell? They know something I don't know. Retailers ain't buying that far out. You know what I'm saying? That much,
Right.
So it's just kind of the psychology of why it's that way.
All right, thank you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh. Inverse effect of the numbers, which not sure what you're getting at, Larry. The inverse effect of numbers.
Yeah, it seems like like with the numbers, it'd be that like if the numbers are high, then the market tends to go up, or at least I've seen that in the past. And if the numbers are low, the market goes down, like the unemployment numbers.
Oh, the unemployment joints. Man, I don't try to read too much into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just, I don't try to make plays off of it just for that reason. Because, you think one thing and it goes another. So I just play whatever happens. However it comes from that. I don't pause. I don't even try to read too much into it.
Gotcha.
There's
Yeah.
probably other people that like study that stuff more than I do as it relates to the market. But as far as me and how I apply it, like tomorrow I'm taking we're taking 0 days. The numbers will be out before the market opens, so I'll just be prepared for whatever happens, But as far as I'm not trying to read too much into it.
Got you. Yeah, because I was just thinking
After
like
Friday is after Friday, it'd be back to whatever it's gonna do anyway.
Right. Okay. But yeah, I think just like the economics piece always confused me because if you think high jobs, ain't nobody working, then it should be bad for the market, but it seems it's been the opposite. So
because they got to pay employees health care and benefits, so it's not always a good thing to have a bunch of employees.
Okay.
So you're looking at it from the cost perspective. They got to pay all that extra cost taxes on the employees and all that. So sometimes that's why you see companies go up when they fire a bunch of people. They get some profits from them. So KHC, what you got here on KHC, Larry?
Amazon just fired 18,000 people.
Yeah. Watch they go up.
Yeah, I'm hoping for it. I'm already down in it in the positions that I own, but I'm like, now I want to look towards looking at the options of it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna get bullish for a long extended period, but it should definitely go up, with that. It should increase with some profit margins. Employees holding those corporations back right now. They're making money. KHC. Yeah, KHC, as long as you got time on it, it'll get there. 42 is when it starts to get a little turbulence. That's like the higher end of its trading range. I think once you start to push above that, I think 45 is a level that you could, you know, potentially target. But yeah, once it gets above 42, you got to just start paying attention to it. But yeah, 44, 45, I'll be looking in that range. We see where my broadening formation sit just above 43. So 44, 50 is right is a level that I think it could get to. But yeah, I don't see I don't know if I'd play for tomorrow though. Let it do its thing. Oh yeah, that it's the toothpaste. Toothpaste is that's barbecue chicken. You know, it was an easy play. I think now though, getting closer to that time, it hit that $80 mark, and so it's kind of like, I don't know. If you was in the trade when you supposed to got in, I think it's easy money. Like, you know, but more recent entries, not sure kind of how you feel about it, but yeah, it did what it's supposed to do. It got back to the yearly BF right around $80. I don't think like people could expect a whole lot more out of it. And then maybe you do get like a push up to 82 and some change, but I think it was a successful move. But I think this is more so the end of the trade than it is like, you know, the beginning. To me, in my standpoint, I think through the end of this month will be what Staples gives you, which is kind of correlates with like the timeline what it typically does annually. So that's my time. That's my thought process. Once PG turns around, the rest of them are gonna turn around too. Yeah, best time to get in CL would have been October. That was the time. Now you can get a little meat off the bone, you know, now, but you know, difference in like potential on the trades. Trent, yeah, that Gush. Man, I'm cool on the Gush. Yeah, you know how I feel about it. I'm super happy about it. I think it's at a good level. If you were to play it, I think it's probably at a point where it's going to take off again back to the upside. Just like a lot of stocks that came back to major broadening formations. So I think this one will be no different than the rest. It has a 10x leverage, so the volatility on it is super strong. So you're just going to have like violent moves on the price. But yeah, this thing's, you know, that's one of my babies. Got my port on fleet. Yeah, I like Gush now. Hey, there you go, Jay. I like that attitude. Willing to lose to find out. That's conviction. Yeah, so Kroger looks like, Kroger look good. Chicago 312 on the day tomorrow. You got that weekly above, well, on the 4 hour, it looks like it's already above it. So I'm gonna roll with that. So that's even better, even more bullish. But this 312 on the day, I'm gonna set an alert for it, 45.24. That looks really good. I have purposely not even looked at Kroger. I just kind of stayed away from it recently. That looks good. $45.24. I like that. Setting up for a rev on the week next week. I like that. Yep, Abivi's been strong as well. You got any setups for tomorrow on it? No. Okay. Yeah. Abivi's gonna be 322 back down for tomorrow though. That's what I see on it. But yeah, it's super strong. It may turn around and go back up in the afternoon session. All right. There we go. So it looked like, man, we don't went through so many tickers. I don't even think I got to go through mine. I think we got a good list of tickers. I may take a gander later, but just to recap really quick, for people, you know, just to recap some of the ones that I logged anyway, was Kroger with the upside move, SPY with the downside move, LMT with the upside move, BAC, Bank of America with the upside move, BTU with the upside move, as well as Disney, Southwest Airlines, all to the upside. Oh, and I put a SPY alert to the downside for the month. And then Chunky Soup, LVS, all upside. And man, it seemed like it, don't it? PBR, WPM, upside. Put in a couple of alerts for LMT. Make sure it's in there good. Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, make sure it's in there good. And then you got Valet to the upside as well as Win. Yeah, so all those bad boys is to the upside. Now, I don't know if I didn't see many energy tickers, so I don't know if we even looked at any. Yeah, energy looks like continuation, and there's a reason why, because there's no setups. So anyway, all right, cool. So yeah, I think we set people. I think we covered a good bit. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot for tomorrow. So with that, my friends, I'm gonna let y'all have it, and y'all have a great evening. Got y'all out of here before 11. Class been going long. We've been getting it in, and I'm gonna go ahead and wait for the class to buffer, and then I'll get this posted up on the YouTube ASAP, as well as my list, and we'll be ready to rock and roll for tomorrow, and we'll see how those numbers open up with unemployment. So, you know, we can always pivot, you know, but we see what we see. We're gonna play what's in front of us and not try to be too tricky and try to outguess the market. So we'll see how we open up in the morning, people. Y'all have a great evening, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Thanks, Resume.
Thank y'all. Great night.